Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you guys are coping in this period. For the last few lessons, I've been talking about resilience and I've been giving parents and caregivers tips on how to stay strong, keep the faith during this time. And of course, I always remind you I have a book on the topic of resilience. Here's the book. It's on Amazon. You can get it. So now today I want to talk to educators. Many children, they're back in school. Of course, this is a children's rights channel, especially early childhood educators. In Germany, for instance, the early childhood educators, they're going back to school slowly. So in this time, I want to remind educators, my colleagues in the early childhood sector, to be sensitive. I want to remind you to be sensitive in 3 areas. Number 1, when dealing with the parents. Number 2, when dealing with the children themselves. And number 3, when dealing with colleagues. Of course, everybody was in isolation. So in the early childhood sector, we know the children, they may show strong attachment to their parents. It might take them a bit longer to come into the teacher. It is new for the parents. It's a new situation for the parents. It's also a new situation for the teacher. It's also a new situation for the kids. And also remember the added social distance regulation. So the children that needed 1 minute or 2 minutes to go away from their parents, now they might need 5 minutes, 4 minutes. This is why I want to encourage educators, especially early childhood educators, to be sensitive to the parents at this time. And also to be sensitive to the children. In Germany, for example, we know we have been working with the open education concept where the children could go from room to room. Because of Corona, the educational concept, it's not open again. Now we're back to groups where children are placed with 1 or maybe 2 educators in a group. So the children themselves, because they're small, we're talking about children maybe from 1 to 6 years old. So they do not understand some of the social distancing rule. Of course, they were used to, for 8 weeks, 8 weeks before Corona, they were used to running up and down, going all about in the building, using the different rooms, the different workstations. Now they're told they have to be in 1 room. It can get frustrating for the children. So educators have to be especially sensitive to the kids, to the needs of the kids at this time. Of course, they still have their rights, but we know because of the special situation of Corona, their rights, it may be reduced. However, we as educators, we're there in the situation. And I know we chose this job because we love the children and we want the best for them and we can read them. However, I'm just reminding us as educators, be sensitive. Also, be sensitive to your colleagues, because your colleagues, because of the coronavirus, we know also the social distancing room. So maybe going to the bath, maybe it is time also, because everybody cannot be on the playground at the same time. One group got like 1 hour to go on the playground. We also have to always take consideration of the other groups and be sensitive to each other. What is the point of this video? The point of this video is to remind my colleagues in the early childhood sector to be sensitive in 3 areas. When dealing with the parents, when dealing with the children, and when dealing with other colleagues. So I hope this video is beneficial to some of you. And of course, during Corona time, many groups are affected. The parents, the teachers, the children themselves. So we all have to show our humanness. We all have to help out and know that we're together in this crisis. So have a good day. colleagues, stay strong. You're doing good. Teachers are the best. We know that. Bye.